What? You running, running, shawty, you a lost girl.
So, about to start with Lost Girl. And usually with Lost Girl, it's just as simple as starting with the chords and building around that. So with this song, I knew that once I had this, I had something special. And so I just wanted to layer this because I knew this part, I wanted to sing over it. Like it sounded like exactly how I wanted my verse to feel like, the sincerity, the vulnerability, the loneliness of these chords. And I layered them and I added this on it to just, help push it through the chorus. I removed the low end of this part because I was super interested in the belly sound of it, like this, to just go on top of this, to add accent on top of these lonely ass melodies. And once I was done with this, I had to kind of bring in a pad to also push it. No, is it a pad? I think it's an organ. I just removed the high end of it to let these shine. And together it just sounded something like. Once I had this, I knew that I had to kind of, get a bass in the sense of this order. And so that went something like this. That's more doodle. That's more doodle. In the spaces, I am a sucker for that because I didn't want to make the bass go too crazy. But that smaller thing, if you're an attentive listener, it's something. It's something special. Love it. I super love it. And once I had that, and I kind of wanted to take the beat into next level dramatic, I knew that I kind of had to come back with these synths, like these kind of distorted synths. And one of them was like this, where like I just completely removed my vocals and just, let the beat go stupid. And that was accompanied by this synth bass. And once I had those, I knew that now it's just gonna be me playing with the strings, and I'll be basically done. And with the strings, I layered two of them. One has like little high end. It sounds something like this. It's moody to me. This was moody to me. And I also had to add this on top of it. This to me sounds lonely, and moody and lonely was kind of giving what I wanted. And together they sound something like this. And I was like, done. And I could then move on to the drums. And with the drums, I usually either start with the kick or the snare, but usually those two to kind of center the drums and then just go stupid from there. So with the kick and the snare, I kind of had to dance around. No, I'm playing the heads. My bad. You know, this smaller than a thing. And then once you add the heads, you kind of get where the groove is going. And this little percussion sound, it was inspired by J. Cole's Power Trip, that daga daga daga. It's not as crazy, it's not as too forward in the party, but just from a source of inspiration, kudos to that song. But with this, the subtleties of it kind of, the purpose of this is kind of to just disturb, but not to be too much. So I kind of like this. Liked it. And once I added, I don't know if it's a bongo or congo drum. It's a conga. Yeah. Once I had this, I was like, it's game over. And I was done with this. And when it comes to the second half of the beat, nothing was crazy about that. It's just the sample I had recorded somewhere else, and I had to export it into this project, and it sounded something like this.
For as long as I fought, for as long as I called, for...
So I kind of doubled it, and I pitched it like to the opposite, to like the extreme high and the extreme low, and it sounded something like this. Right, doesn't sound special. I put mad effects on it, sounded something like this. So with this, I knew that I didn't want something, you know, super sentimental. I just wanted something to just go stupid over, you know, something just unruly. And I used the same drums, I just rearranged some of how they were played except for the conga, and then I added an 808 and it sounded something like this. You know, and that is Lost Girl.